Hey Raider Nation, back with another video for you all. If you're new to the channel and love Raiders content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any updates. Now let's dive right into today's topic because this could be huge news for the future of the Las Vegas Raiders, especially when it comes to the head coach position. As most of you know, we've been in limbo without a head coach or general manager, and I think I speak for a lot of us when I say that we're all eager to see what happens next. We're all hoping this situation gets resolved soon, especially the question of who will be our next head coach and what the future of this team will look like. One of the biggest updates is that we've been eyeing Ben Johnson as a top candidate for the head coach position. We've already had a virtual meeting with him, but we couldn't move forward with anything official until the Detroit Lions season wrapped up. As I'm recording this, the Lions are playing the Washington Commanders, and it looks like the Lions season is about to come to an end with just a few minutes left in the game. If the score holds, that will give us the green light to officially move forward with Ben Johnson, which is definitely exciting news for us as Raider fans. This could really be a turning point, and it's something to look forward to in the days ahead. It looks like the rumors about Ben Johnson becoming the next head coach of the Raiders are starting to heat up. There's a lot of buzz right now, and it seems like the Raiders' new minority owner, Tom Brady, has made a strong impression on Johnson. Brady has had access to Johnson recently, especially since he's been calling games as a Fox commentator, and it seems like that connection could play a big role in getting Johnson to sign with the Raiders. If everything goes as planned, we should be hearing some news very soon about whether Ben Johnson will join the Raiders or choose another team. Honestly, as much as I'd love to see him take the job, if he does decide to go elsewhere, it would be better to know sooner rather than later. That way, the Raiders can quickly pivot and start looking at other coaching candidates. And if the Lions had made it to the Super Bowl, we would have been stuck waiting even longer for a decision, so it's actually good news that their season ended sooner rather than later. Within the next week or so, we could get confirmation on what's going to happen with the head coach position. Once that's settled, the team can shift focus to hiring a new general manager and start making important decisions about the roster. There's a lot to be figured out, like restructuring Max Crosby's contract to hopefully keep him in silver and black, and making decisions on other players who are also up for new deals. It's a crucial time for the Raiders, and there's a lot of work ahead to build a strong, competitive team. It's tough to predict what the future of this team will look like, especially from a roster perspective, since we still don't have a head coach, general manager, or defensive coordinator in place. Without those key figures, we don't know what kind of scheme we'll be running or how certain players will fit into the plans. As a result, there are a lot of players on the bubble, uncertain of their future with the team. But with the Detroit Lions now out of the playoffs, the Raiders have a fresh opportunity to make moves, and that includes potentially securing Ben Johnson as our head coach. Now, while this game didn't change my opinion on Ben Johnson as a candidate, I still believe he's a top guy we need to go after. Jared Goff has certainly looked good under Johnson's coaching this season, but we saw his limitations in the playoffs. In critical moments, Goff seemed to struggle, making poor decisions with the ball. That said, Ben Johnson still managed to call some fantastic plays on offense, showing his creativity, especially with run plays. For example, he dialed up a brilliant end-around play for Jamison Williams that resulted in a touchdown, and he also had a clever pitch play to Amon-Ra St. Brown. These kinds of creative, well-designed plays show that Johnson is capable of thinking outside the box, and that's exactly the kind of coaching we need. Ultimately, while the Lions' defense was a major issue in their loss, Johnson's play calling remains a strong asset. So, even with the outcome of this game, I still believe he should be at the top of our list. It's clear that all the injuries the Lions faced throughout the season really caught up to them, and that played a big part in their playoff loss. But let's also give credit where it's due. Jaden Daniels played out of his mind. He showed exactly why he's going to be a special player in the years to come. As Raider fans, many of us have been hyping up Daniels for a while now, and I'll even say we were some of the first to really recognize his potential. But that's a story for another time. For the Raiders, though, this is still great news. With the Lions out of the playoffs, we're now in a better position to make moves and hopefully get some breaking news about Ben Johnson in the next week or so. So Raider Nation, I want to hear from you. Do you think we'll land Ben Johnson? And if we do you think it'll happen soon? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for today's video, folks. If you're new to the channel and love Raider-related content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.